All right, guys, I'm back. I have a new routine. I guess what we'll do is we'll blow this up. These right here are just used for my programming. I have one for assembly, one for GPL, and then I have an editor assembler here because I load it in SuperCart, the new ROMs. I load the SuperCart, then I save it, and then I have to edit it with hex editor to turn it into a cartridge. And I have to do this with both of these. And I can do this for the final ROM and for Classic. Anyways, let's go here. Load it so you can see it. I got a new routine. So the last one was on, I think on Val. Yeah, I used the Val routine with hex edit, which is basically this. You can print this. And it turns a hexadecimal into a number. It won't work with variables though. It'll lock up. And I explain it in the documents. You can use it for other things. Mostly you want to use it for poke, peek, load, link. You can use it for those without a problem. It will cause a problem with like call horizontal character or other routines. Or if you try to say like A equals val. It'll work with regular decimals like it normally does. But I explained in the documents what the problem is. And you can't, because it's it takes a string, which is hexadecimal, that's in a different I can't use the same location, in other words. Like if you use a location like print, let me explain this. If I go val, and I go like 76.4, that location is fine because it uses a assembly language routine to convert it to do this. Well, I had to make my own, and mine uses the same method, but the problem is it's a hexadecimal value. And so if it points to that string, I have to substitute in the number 8192. And because of that, you can't do the same thing. It doesn't work that way. I have to have a separate location for mine than for these. There's no way around that problem. I don't really have a way around the problem. Because mine's always integer too. It's not floating point. That's another problem. Anyways, to get away from that, the new routine, what this video is about, is called ALPHALOCK. And yes, I named it ALPHALOCK because that's what it is. So let's say like X. Well, if I have the ALPHALOCK down right now for capitals and print X, oddly enough, just for the fun of it, we'll say X, and I'm going to convert it to a $sign. Print a $sign. 994A. Just for giggles, I use 994A as a flag. Now, if I turn the ALPHALOCK off, call alpha. Whoops. And we'll use Y this time. We turn the ALPHALOCK off and hit enter, and print Y. It's going to be 0. So if it's a non-zero value, the ALPHALOCK is on. If it's a 0 value, then the ALPHALOCK is off. I have a little program here. It calls the ALPHALOCK. You put this in front of your program. Anyways, let's watch this little program here. As you can see, it's honking. Turn off the ALPHALOCK, it's not honking anymore. That's because the program is pretty simple. What it does is it just looks to see if the ALPHALOCK is on. If it is, if n's not 0, then call honk. Then go to 100 and it just does it over again. So when you run the program, it only honks if you turn on the ALPHALOCK. It's an easy way to work. It's very quick too. It's in assembly, it's in the ROMs. So that made sense. So I was pretty proud of this little routine here. I've got the Rxb documents now. I haven't turned them into PDFs yet. But Rxb has gotten a little bit larger. Not a lot. These are all the routines that are written for Rxb. Some are modified routines for regular extended basic. Like one here is like in IV 254. It's supposed to be a 4. Oh, not a mistake. Anyways, IV 254 is what it does is it's for saving routines in IV254 format instead of being a program format. You can do it as small as 3 sectors. Or other routines I've added. There's more here. Some are for SAMs, as you can see. And then I've added routines here too. So there's 3 pages of routines, including the new ones like scroll up, scroll down. I already did videos on those. So here's all the documents for Rxb. And I got a few GIFs in here now. Like this is the size routine. As you can see, it shows you the SAM pages, video, RAM, and also assembly area. So that's a change. What's another one here? This is the menu for Rxb. That was for 2021. I have to do a 2022 one. That's the start screen for 2021. I have to modify those. I got another one here? Yep, there we go. This is the editor assembler, or rich editor assembler. I think that's it for that. Anyways, I just wanted to post a video on what's going on and what I'm working on. I still want to work on the sprites, but I got to get Lee involved in this because he really is sharp. So I will get back to you guys on this, and I'll release Rxb 2022 as soon as I get the sprites all done. Once I get the sprites done, I think I'll release it. But until then, I'll just keep on working on it. So we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.